first thing you should build is a basic workshop, because that's going to allow you to build many other things, including a storage area. I don't have enough materials to upgrade to infirmary. The first three things you should construct are a basic workshop, and then a storage area when you get the opportunity to. But the workshop has to go up first before you can do that. And then you need to upgrade to an infirmary to make sure that everybody's well taken care of and they don't get sick, because a medical area only does so much. An infirmary really helps you out, increases max vitality, and adds a plus 20% recovery chance. It says requires trained healers, so I guess you need a doctor or a medic in order to actually secure that. And it looks like another infestation popped up over there. We need to neutralize that threat immediately, otherwise that's going to become a problem. Going to store the squirrel rifle, those 22 rounds, and that. I'm going to keep Maya's rifle on her, mainly because you're vulnerable without a firearm in this game. Like, you really are vulnerable. Let's give him 24 rounds because it can hold 12. And let's go back to Maya. Maya needs that better melee weapon. Even though it's a rusty kukri, it's still more durable and on par with the hatchet that she was originally using. I think the hatchet broke, though. Okay, so now she's got a kukri as the replacement. Now, another thing I need to go over here before I start to venture out and scavenge a couple places is that during nighttime, it is extremely dangerous. Like, hordes come out, fears come out, all kinds of things. So what I'm going to do is go get that old style muscle car right there, and I'm going to aggro the infestation and clear it out using the vehicle and pretty much just honking its horn. I'm going to see if I can get up to the gas station with that old station wagon. Actually no. Now that I'm in the muscle car, I'm going to clear out this infestation first, honking the horn and using the vehicle. You do not want to let infestations build up because they will create hordes. And looks like I woke up the whole damned neighborhood. Let me see if I can get them to come out. Oh, hello there. Did not see him. Come on. Honk honk, you undead fucks. Come and get me. It's not like I'm in a vehicle that can just absolutely fucking murder you. Fuck you, bitch. And you. And you. And you. Come on.
So, I've been thinking about a lot of stuff lately, and something occurred to me. We don't know squat.
Wait, what?
I mean, when it comes to long-term survival. Like, I've got my dad's old notebooks, and I'm sure some people here have at least worked on a farm. But if we had reference material, we could do a whole lot more.
What happened?
Well, since we don't have the internet anymore, I'm thinking we should start assembling a reference library. Books on gardening, electrical engineering, carpentry, anything we can get our hands on. We gotta start somewhere, right?
Oh, library. Well, looks like we could build a library now, but you don't really want to build a library until you are set up at the Snyder Trucking Warehouse. I think the streamer's still in there. I think he's positioned like right here. Or is he upstairs? Can't see him. Oh, you asshole. You snuck up on me.
That should do it.
Alright. So, now that that infestation is cleared out, I'm going to go up to the gas station. And I'm going to swap out this muscle car for a station wagon. Why am I doing that, you might ask? Because all the way up here in this tunnel is that military SUV. Military SUVs, military pickups, modern pickups are your best friends in this game as far as vehicles are. They're durable, they're fast, and they have a lot of storage space. So keep that in mind. Also, in this current area I'm at, this is a hot spot for feral zombie activity. Ferals are impervious to melee attacks, so never get out of your car if you see a feral. If you see a feral in your area, sprint to the nearest vehicle for the love of God, because those things can kill you. So unless you have like a grenade launcher or an extremely heavy ranged weapon that can eviscerate their face into tiny bitty pieces, or if you have a 50 cal you can like shoot their head in with, or a nice rifle you can shoot their head in with. I think the Forester could do it, but I'd prefer something that's more accurate. Anyway, if you see a feral, stay in your vehicle. If you're not in a vehicle and you see a feral, get to a vehicle and run that motherfucker over. Actually, wait a minute. Wait a minute. That's a modern pickup. I'll have to come back for that. I can probably use that muscle car to drive up to the modern pickup and swap it out. But like, you want to have modern pickups, military pickups, SUVs, all the heavy stuff. This station wagon, while it's still a vehicle, it's not very good. It's not very fast. Just like, I mean, it's transportation, but you're way better off with an SUV, a military SUV, military pickup eventually when you find them. What the fuck? I just came from here and a horde spawned in. You see, that's another thing this game is full of, is surprises. It is just full of surprises, you know. Please pay attention to your surroundings and your situation. Now, you'll notice this military SUV is fast, and it's very good. I'm pretty sure it has a lot of durability, too. Hey, look, it's another horde. Hey, assholes. Honk, honk. Honk, honk. Fuck you. Get out of my fucking valley. Oh, careful now. Careful. Oh, and by the way, in this game, make sure you drive carefully too, because if you are not careful and you flip your fucking vehicle, anything you had in it will be destroyed. And you will also be in an extremely life-threatening situation, because without transportation in this game, and like being able to store loot and take it back to your base, you won't get very far. All right, see how dark it is right now? I think this is about a peak time for the zombies to be out. Like anytime, like pretty much the darker it is, the more at risk you are in this game. And you really do need to be careful. And like I said, up over here is a hot spot for ferals. I always feel uncomfortable coming up and around this area because I never know when the feral is going to spawn in. So that should give you an idea of like how this is a danger area, in particular for ferals. Also on the road up here, ferals can spawn too. And see, look, see what I tell you about nighttime. There's another horde already. Another one already spawned in. Excuse me. Okay, that horde's been reduced to nothing. Wait, hang on. What did I come up here for? Oh yeah, the modern pickup. So I'm going to abandon the muscle car. Sorry, muscle car. I'm going to take the modern pickup now. The modern pickups are nice because they're very durable. They have a lot of storage space in the back of the vehicle. And honestly, I think for a truck it has some pretty good speed. Just don't go joyriding. Alright, so now we have two modern pickups, a military SUV, and a standard SUV that got all fucked up. You see, this is the military SUV right here. Those are the two modern pickups right over here. And this is the damaged SUV. This is just the normal SUV. See, the difference between a normal SUV and a military SUV is the military SUV has better speed and durability overall, and the regular SUV has less durability. I think about the same. No, not about the same. A little less speed, but it still does have 6 storage. You see, you'll notice that SUVs have 6 storage. Modern pickups have 6 storage in the back. Okay, these are extremely important vehicles to have at your disposal. Now, at the current state things are in, I currently do not have enough building materials in order to start more upgrades. Now, there's a warehouse where I've marked the map. Up there, all the way up there. I gotta go all the way up there by myself to get those building materials. Now, listen to me. At the church, you want to build a basic workshop, then upgrade to a workshop so you can do some repair to your vehicles. That's very important. And then you want to upgrade from the medical area to the infirmary. Do not upgrade past an infirmary because you are going to conserve the bulk of your resources for the Snyder trucking warehouse later in the game when a main questline event triggers that pretty much tells you you need to move and find a bigger place. Now, as I'm going up this road, and since it's also nighttime, ferals can spawn along the road.
We're done building. You coming home for the ribbon cutting?
Lily, why did you interrupt me, damn it? There's also hordes.
Our scouts just spotted a new group of survivors. Should be on your map.
Damn it, Lily, stop interrupting me. I know you're trying to help, but please stop interrupting. That's another horde killed. What is that thing? What is that? Classic sedan. That looks more like a mafia car or a pimp mobile. Alright. Also up here, ferals can spawn in and around the warehouse. Sometimes a little up the road, more towards the woods over there. See the camera angle I have? Sometimes they can spawn over there in the trees. You really need to be aware of your surroundings in this game. I'm sorry if I'm reiterating myself, but honestly, you need to pay attention. Because if you don't pay attention and make the right decisions in a bad situation, you know, fight or flight, get the fuck out of there. If you see a feral, run. Just run to the nearest vehicle and run them over with it. That is the safest and most efficient method I know of for dealing with the feral, aside from using a grenade launcher to kill them or a heavier rifle to shoot them in the face. But that's more of a learned skill with the feral. Honestly, the safest thing to do when you encounter a feral is to get in a vehicle, piss them off with the horn, and then keep driving around towards them until you run them over. Also, hordes like to come down this road as well. Mount Tanner is a hellhole. Like, that is a hellhole up there. So you really gotta be careful. Now, hopefully I'll be able to find a better melee weapon in here. Doesn't look like there's anybody in here. And remember what I said about searching. Take your time. Be patient. Stealth and being quiet in this game is really important. Oh, cool. I found a pry bar.
Nice.
That is nice. What kind of weapon is that? It's a blunt weapon. Okay. I'll switch to that once the rusty kukri is used up. Okay, now I'm going to search what's in here. I already found one small cache of construction supplies. Ammunition. 2x4, that's influence.
Better do one more sweep. Make sure everything's clear.
Oh, I've been engaged. You really gotta watch out for the fast zombies. Well, I mean, zombies in general. Press the Y button to kick him down. Oh, look, it's another bitch.
Confirmed. Where's that free here?
Another thing that's very unique to Maya, I was messing around one particular time when when I was playing as her, and I found out that when her weapon breaks, she actually rips out a combat knife to stab them with. Pretty damn cool. Press B to dodge. There we go. Close that fucking door. Come on, close the door. Is it not possible to close the door? I thought I'd be able to close the door, but whatever. I guess not.
I'm loaded up. See you back at base.
We'll be ready.
Another thing to note is that when you have a rucksack on, it will rapidly drain your stamina. If you need to drop your rucksack, you press and hold the right trigger, and then you press the right bumper. That will allow you to drop it. In this case, I'm looting the area, and I want to be able to pick the loot up as quickly as possible
I'm loaded up.
and load it into my vehicle immediately. Notice that these are all building supplies. I'm going to need these to start the upgrades for the base. And I think, let's see, looks like the basic workshop is finished, which means I can now construct the storage area once I
Sit tight. I'm bringing this stuff home.
once I actually get over there with the building materials. Sneaky, sneaky. They can't see me. They can't hear me. Another thing I've got to mention is that when you have a rucksack on, not only does it drain your stamina, it also, well, makes you more noisy.
Come here. I'm loaded up. See you back at base.
And sometimes that happens. Like when you press Y to pick something up, sometimes your character will talk. And when that happens, hopefully no nearby zombies hear you. Just something to be aware of. Little bugs that were left in the game that didn't really get properly patched. Alright, that's all right. I still got another melee weapon in there. Let's see. So the 2x4 in there. Oh yeah, another thing. When you're encumbered, it drains your stamina more. I'm not sure if I mentioned that already, but I'm mentioning it now, just in case I might have missed it. Oh wait, that's an aspirin. Acetaminophen.
I got nothing left.
Acetaminophen is essentially Tylenol. So I'm going to take that to restore my health. Notice that she said she had nothing left. She said, I've got nothing left. You see the bar, the blue bar on the left?
I'm loaded up. See you back at base.
Roger that. We'll be waiting.
That's the stamina bar. And if you'll notice, part of it is grayed out. At this point, your character is getting tired and their stamina will keep going down. The way to counteract it temporarily is to use coffee. What coffee does is it restores that gray section on your stamina bar to being blue. Temporarily. And I say temporarily because you can only go for so long on coffee before you actually need to take some time and rest. Come on, assholes. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. There's plenty of rear bumper to go around for everyone. Come on. Come on, you lunkheads. Yeah, get the fuck out of here. That's another reason to drive a vehicle around, but at the same time, don't forget to fight and level up your fighting skill so that you can have a bigger health bar, because health and stamina are extremely important in this game, as well as resource and inventory management. So please do keep that in mind. This game is a realistic simulator. It's not fucking around. Sorry, had to turn around. I almost forgot to loot this little cabin up here. So you drive past the Pimp Mobile if you ended up backtracking like I do. And then you go up right this little dirt road, like right in here. And there should be like a couple small buildings. I think, yeah, there's a cabin and then there's whatever that is. There's gonna be zombies here. I'm not sure if there's anything in the cabin or not, but as soon as I clear the area, we'll see if there's anything worth looting in there. There might not be anything left over here. I just thought I'd check. Come on. Oh yeah, that stirred them. Anytime you get out of a vehicle, it pisses the zombies off. Come on. Come on, boy. Oh, it says click right stick, you can turn your headlights on or off. Well, I'm sure that's going to be useful at some point later on. Do you hear how eerie that music is? Okay, see, that's another thing that makes State of Decay so eerie and terrifying, is because it's realistic. It's very immersive.
Confirmed. We're Zed free here.
Oh, hey. That's flashing white over there. Looks like that fuel might be lootable. 5.56. Awesome. I just found 5.56 rounds. Sweet. I wonder if I'll find a machine gun later on in the game. Maybe in one of the military areas. Because I think I recall the military's involved in this game. I wonder if there's like military tier loot. I was like, it's been so long since I played the game. I'm just going on memory. I think you get machine guns later on if you can find one. If not, I think there's automatic rifles. And I just found fuel.
Sit tight. I'm bringing this stuff home.
We'll be ready.
So I just found fuel. You can turn that into flame focusy traps and other things. And I'm pretty full up right now. And this area was out in the boonies, so I'm going to get the fuck out of here and drive back home. Oh yeah, another thing. Don't forget to use the back button, or whatever you want to call it, to bring up your map and mark to where you want to go. Your map, and also when you press up on the D-pad to manage your journal for like your inventory, your base, and everything, that's all extremely important. Please familiarize yourself with the actual interface in this game while you're up on Mount Tanner, if you have not done so already, or if you've already gotten to this point in the game that I'm at, please take some time in your base to familiarize yourself with the actual interface in the game, like the map, how to mark things, and also how to press up on the D-pad to review your inventory and your base. What was that? Thought I heard something over there. Thought I heard a feral. You'll recognize a feral, and you'll know when a feral's around when you hear them roar. If you hear a loud roar that's aggressive, you found a feral. And like I said, if you do, unless you have a grenade launcher that you can shoot at that motherfucker, or unless you're really good with the rifle to nail a headshot, get in the fucking vehicle and then run that asshole over,
Okay.
because they're extremely dangerous.
See you soon.
We'll crack open a cold one for you.
I don't have enough space for this.
Oh, another thing. When you have your stuff in the back of a vehicle, you just back up.
There you go. Don't say I never.
There you
did
go.
anything.
What you got?
Oh, you know, stuff.
I mean, it works for cacheable materials, like the building materials and the fuel, but actual looted items, you're going to have to actually manually take out of the back of the vehicle and put in there. Like, I'm going to put the rusty kukri back in there. Looks like somebody found a wrench, so that's a blunt weapon. You know what, Maya? You're taking that wrench. You are taking that wrench right fucking now. Store the 5.56, store the 22 cal. Let's go into the back of the vehicle and get that last remaining chunk of loot right there. The 2x4. Now, listen to me. The 2x4 is garbage. It is absolute garbage. The only reason I actually took the trouble to put it in here is because it gives me 5 influence, okay? And think of influence as your charisma currency for this actual game that allows you to basically take really nice stuff that you have found out of your supply locker. Or call in favors over the radio. Or call in zombie support sniping over the radio. Eventually when you unlock it from, I think it was the Wilkersons. I think you can call it in with Mickey. I think that, or whoever the other guy is. Now that I'm back in my base, I can actually manage it. So you tab over here to like the house icon up top. That's for your base. And you'll notice there's an empty spot over here. Up here, you want to build a storage area. Now, that's going to take a full real-time hour to complete. So that should give you an idea of how intense the actual grind in this game is and how careful you need to be and plan things. Let's see, this needs to be upgraded to a workshop, but I'd feel more comfortable doing the infirmary first. So I'm going to upgrade to the infirmary, and then when I get some more building materials, I'll upgrade to the workshop. Now, if you take a look at the map here, I've already cleared out this boony area. I've already cleared that out. Another dangerous area is up by the old logging mill. And it is dangerous because ferals like to hang up around there. I'm going to get Maya some coffee. Actually, you know what? Take one for the road, just in case I need it.
There's still a few things to do out there.
Use the coffee. Let me see if I can find Marcus. Looks like Marcus isn't available. Alright, well. First things first. Wait, hang on. What the fuck do you want, fat ass? Oh, I'm glad I put the wrench on her. That just one hit that motherfucker. That was a fatty, too. Those are a bit harder to kill. Alright. Now, I can't exactly repair the vehicles yet, or rather the base can't repair the vehicles yet until that workshop gets upgraded. But the reason why I did the infirmary first is for the health boost. It's for the health boost you get, among other things, for better recovery chance. In this game, medicine, building materials, like all this stuff is important. See what it says right there? Stockpiles are adjusted every real-world day. The daily adjustment is determined by your facility's population and outposts. That's why I leave the tips on in this game, because in case I forgot something, the tips are there. And also because I'm doing a walkthrough and I want to make sure all the information is there. Now, right in this area is typical. It's typical for a feral to spawn. And they're very, very dangerous, as I'm sure I've said a few different times. I apologize if I'm reiterating myself, but ferals in this game are an extreme threat, as are juggernauts. And there's this bloater enemy that's basically this creepy old man type thing, and you have to shoot them from a distance. You do not want to melee a bloater because they will basically poison you, which takes down your stamina and your health, and it'll make you much easier to kill. So please do keep that in mind. If you come across a bloater, which is pretty much just a creepy old fat man in its underwear, shoot them from a distance. They're creepy as hell. They're easy to spot. Sometimes they can also sneak up on you, so be aware of your surroundings. Now, this is an abandoned site up here. I think it's scavengeable, but I think I might have to go around. Let me see if I can wedge the SUV through here. Now, that was some skillful driving. Yeah, Horde's done for. Let me see if I can see anything with the headlights. I think I see something over there. Not quite sure what it is, but I think I see something. Oh. Just punted that one like a football. That was probably hard to see. What is that flashy thing over there? What is that? Is that a campsite? Or a thicket? This looks lootable. Looks like a small campsite. Excuse me, asshole. Let's see, at home. What are the actions at home? Make coffee. What can you guys do? Make a suppressor. That's going to be handy. Suppressors are important because they suppress the gun and it silences them, so they won't be able to hear you shooting. Now,
we've run into a bit of a snag. We're trying to get it set up, but we don't have everything we need. We can track it down or find another way, but it'd be faster if you did a little scavenger hunt.
Let's see. Should I take that back or? It's better to take the food resource back.
I'm bringing this stuff home.
You can always convert it to, you know, snacks later. It's much more important to take the food resource back. Like, for example, food, medicine, building materials, and fuel you always want to take back in rucksacks. Ammunition, make sure you break it open and then bring whatever ammunition actually spawned from that loot back to your base and store it in the back of the truck. Or SUV or whatever it may be. Now this place over here, it's creepy as hell. I think there's like maybe a small searchable item over here. Maybe. At least I thought there was. Excuse me, sir. 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 Fuckers. I thought there was some loot in the abandoned mill. Or something. Looks like there's nothing left over here. In previous playthroughs, sometimes I would find a gun case that hadn't been opened. But it looks like nothing's here right now. And nothing is going to be here. Another thing about locations is once you loot them and there's nothing left, those don't respawn. There's absolutely nothing left there. And I just got to make my way out of here. Be careful with how you drive your car, because you can flip them. I'm being very cautious right here because I'm afraid if I go down that ravine right there, I'll flip the damn SUV. So, again, this game is realistic. You have to be careful. Because if you're not careful and you flip your SUV in the middle of a zombie-infested area, that's a really bad situation. And unless you have a fucking grenade launcher and a machine gun, you're probably not going to survive unless you sprint over to another vehicle. Because if there's a horde and a feral after you, it's a problem.
But I'm not sure I want to put him to the test. We just don't have enough people to cover the walls.
Yeah, I get that, Lily. Kind of in the middle of farming up stuff to help us out here.
How's it going?
I'm almost there. Found this while I was out.
My hero.
Looks like Maya's starting to get pretty tired. I'm gonna use that other coffee to give her another boost, but once your character's stamina bar gets down to half, you need to swap them out to another one. Alright, it's time to go get the lay of the land. Wait, hang on a minute. I think I forgot something.
The church, anyways.
Geez, I don't
Nope.
know. At first it just seemed like the place to go, you know? End of the world and all that. Then we started hearing about how bad it was getting. Other people tried to go it alone and ended up... Well, we just sort of stayed here after that.
Just the 6 of you?
No. There used to be 12 of us.
Shit. Alright, over here's the Swine and Bovine fast food restaurant. Alright, now, anytime you get out of a car, the zombies are going to, for whatever reason, gravitate to the car. I guess because they hear it shut off. Something like that. Like, even at this moment, I think they're heading towards it. Not seeing any right now, but I probably will a bit later. So keep that in mind. Make sure you strategically place your vehicle so that when you need to flee to it and get in it and get the hell out of there, the driver's side door is facing you from where you came in from. That's really important. And I think that's about it for this video. I'm going to pick up the next video here when I'm surveying the area.